Hello, I'm Chard Haywood, coming to you from Dream Builder University. You know, it's harder to make money now than it ever was. People are making less money now and disposable income than they were probably 25 years ago. Many of you out there are working 2 jobs, some of you are working 3 jobs, and you're still wondering how you're going to pay the bills every month. Your credit cards amount is building every month, and all you want to do is pay them off, and the dream of becoming debt-free is just that. It's just a dream. Well, we're going to talk about e-commerce today, and we have with us Richard Ramos. And Richard is the Vice President of Sales and Marketing for a major e-commerce corporation out of Hong Kong, which does business all over Asia. And we're going to learn about e-commerce and learn how you can benefit from this enormous opportunity to start your own business without having to come up with any capital whatsoever. So Richard, welcome. And first of all, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, about your background?
Well, I mean, I've been involved with computers since they came out in 1985, actually. Even before that, we were tinkering around. But in about 1995, I got very deep into launching an internet business. We launched one of the first internet companies in the United States. And from day one, we were doing basically e-commerce. We were setting up small businesses. We were showing them how to transact over the internet. And we didn't know what it was at the time. I mean, it was just...
And that is e-commerce? That's the definition of e-commerce?
That was the definition of e-commerce. And back then, they just called it pulling money out of thin air because we were one of the few companies that was doing that.
Right.
And you know, we developed a pretty good business in the area, and it just nowadays it's pretty common. I mean, we were doing stuff back then with video and audio and things like that where nobody was. And the reason was because I had a computer programming background, plus I had a graphic arts background. So I was able to marry the two, where some people are just putting up real basic websites, a lot of the computer geeks. I looked at it more as an opportunity for businesses to level the playing field. You can put a small business on the internet, and now they can compete with a much bigger company that has more resources, basically.
Mm-hmm. Now, one of the most important things that we can glean from this is you mentioned buying and selling on the internet. It's actually the other way around in our program, isn't it?
Our program is quite different. There's a lot of companies, I wouldn't say companies, but there's a lot of groups out there that are promoting these arbitrage programs where you buy a product from one platform, you sell it on another platform, and they're showing you these checks on their webinars and stuff like that that they've generated $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 in 30 days or 60 days. But what they're not telling you is that you're using your own money to float that, and most people don't have the credit for that.
No,
and
particularly today.
Right, and our platform is quite different because you're not using, for the most part, your own money. You're using other people's money. They're prepaying for the product, and then you're drop shipping it. That's the way e-commerce is
basically right.
Is done.
And that's the basics of the course. It's explained in great detail. In fact, you've created the course. So let's just go into that first of all before we move on.
Well, in the course, it's really simple. I actually show you how to do what we do in real time, and so you can see that it doesn't take that much time to upload products to be sold. But then I also break it down to individual little steps. So there's actually 10 videos where some people get stuck on maybe pricing. So we've created a pricing calculator. So you can log into the Dream Builder University website, and there's a calculator you click on, you put in the product that you're selling for the amount, and it'll basically calculate the profit for you so you don't lose any money.
So there's no question. You're never going to fear losing money. It'll tell you right there exactly
right. If you price it right, you don't need to guess. A lot of people guess.
Right.
And that's the wrong way to do it. There's a certain way to do it. We do the same thing, we help you optimize, the descriptions, the titles.
Title optimize, the keywords.
The keywords. A lot of people don't know that a lot of products that are sold on eBay, for example, that's just one of the platforms, they're not coming from clients that are directly in eBay. They're being found on Google somewhere else. Someone may have had some eBay link on their website, or eBay's doing some promotion somewhere. And so a lot of people they click on the link there, then they buy it. And then there's this misconception that you have to be the cheapest person selling the product on those websites, and that is not true. We've seen it live at all of our events. We'll show you time after time after time, people that are selling products for way more than what everybody else is selling them for, and they're selling easily. Right. So, and the reason for that is because the number one reason people buy online is for convenience. It's not always for price. Some people, yes, do shop for price, but a lot of times it's convenience, it's impulse. They're looking for something, they might be at an event, something broke, and they need to order something really quick. So there's a lot of reasons why people buy. No difference than if you went to a Target versus a Walmart. and they might be selling the same product, and at Walmart it might be more expensive than it is at Target. Why is that? And people still buy it. So we teach people to start thinking a little bit differently, and it's not just about sell, 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 and just upload a ton of products and see what happens. That's not how it works.
Although while you're on that, let's talk about, we're not limited to products here, are
No,
we? I mean,
we have products, we have
some companies,
services.
they're selling one product.
Right. And that's the thing with our platform. What we did is we took the best of all the different industries. We took the best of e-commerce with all the technologies and all the automation. We took the best of affiliate marketing. There's a lot of people that do affiliate marketing where they can do direct sales, and if they enroll 1 or 2 people, they can get some commissions and overrides on that. Insurance companies do this all the way down along. Real estate companies are all the same. We've taken the best from network marketing companies. Network marketing companies, I want to talk a little bit about them. They created an industry where there's a lot of really good products out there, but then there's also this misconception that every network marketing company is a scam. And we know that there's companies out there that do almost $20 billion a year. They have really great products. But what came out of that industry was they figured out a way to, a very creative way to pay people for leveraging out networks. But the problem that network marketing companies have is most of them are stuck in a niche. So if you're selling,
That's
let's
the
say,
point, yes.
a nutritional products,
Right.
that's all they want to sell. They don't want to market anything else. So what happens is if you got a company that found a product from the Amazon, they brought it over here and they started selling it with that model, and then Costco or Walmart sees that, hey, they just did $100 million selling this one little bottle of juice. What is Costco going to do? They're going to have a Kirkland brand. So now
That's a quarter of the price.
quarter of the price.
Yeah.
So what happens is now you got these members or people that you're trying to prospect to, and they're saying, well, wait a second, isn't that the same stuff that's at Costco for a quarter of the price?
Right.
So they struggle. So they're constantly trying to come up with something new, or they're tweaking their comp plan to make it look like they're going to pay you, but they're trying to entice you. But what also came out of that industry on the bad side is there's also a lot of Ponzi schemes. There's a lot of companies that just go out there and they play these money games. There really is no product. They're just moving money around. And so that's the bad side of it. And so as long as companies retail product and they move product, they have no problem. But a lot of the smaller companies they gave the industry a black eye. So what we did is we took the best of all these different companies, we incorporated it. And the reason we focus on e-commerce is because we carry pretty much and can carry almost anything on our platform. With these other companies, for example, if you're in a network marketing company, like again, if you're stuck in a niche, I knew a company years ago that sold services. They sold electricity. They sold, that was part of their what they were selling in their services. And they'd go up on stage and they would tell their members that, oh, we don't do the lotions, potions, and all that other stuff. What happens as soon as they burn out a bunch of people, 5 years later, here they are, now they're selling makeup. They're trying to compete with Avon. How are you going to compete with them? They're too big.
Right.
So with our platform, it's so different because we carry pretty much about 3 million products. A little bit of everything. I mean, if you can't find something in 3 million products.
Right.
But we also deal with a lot of local small companies, which is really where our forte is, because we're able to go to a company like this vendor that we brought in from Los Angeles. They're a coffee company. We all know there's a Starbucks on every corner.
Yeah. Starbucks, Coffee Bean.
Coffee Bean.
Everywhere.
They're everywhere. Why? Because it's very profitable.
Right.
So we went to this coffee vendor or coffee roaster, and they were the first company to serve an espresso in the state of California in 1957.
Okay.
They service mainly high-end hotels. They sell to the Hollywood elite. There are a lot of the red carpet events, but across the country, nobody knows them. So we have their product on our platform. We actually bring them to our events. So you start to develop a relationship now with those vendors. So it's not about us. We just bring everybody together. So now you get to meet them, and if you want to move their coffee through e-commerce, you can do it. You can even take it to a different level and scale your business up. And for as little as $500, you're actually in the coffee business.
Wow.
They do all the inventory. They do all the credit card merchant processing. They do all the drop shipping. You basically just do the marketing and collect the checks.
Right.
So that's one thing that's really unique to us is every live event that we have, we bring all these vendors so you can develop a relationship
And you're
with.
talking about live events. As a member of Dream Builder University, you have free access to all of the events.
Right.
And they're not just here in the United States, are they? You've been all
We
over
do them
the
all over the
world.
world. Right now we are focusing a lot in North America. We do them here and throughout California, on the East Coast, New York, we're out there a lot. And South America, you mentioned, I was down there
Right.
last year, and it was interesting because there's this misconception that people down there don't have any money and everybody's really poor. And I mean, I went down there to South America, and I'm telling you, everybody wants to do business with the United States. What's cool about our platform is that if you want to leverage out a network, there's no borders. As long as we can drop ship a product to that country, you know, that's, you know, you can expand your network.
Now, you mentioned leveraging out the business, because the basic business is the basic course is what really we're focusing on right now. But if you want to scale it up, then once you've learned the basics, tell us a little bit about that.
So once again, a lot of people just want to make a few $100s a month, $1,000 a month. We can show you how to do that very easily. But there's some people that want to scale their business up, but they don't necessarily want to be selling 200 products a day, because now they're turning it into a job. So there's a way to leverage out a network to do that. And through our member base, by doing just a few transactions a month, you actually qualify for the sales bonus pools. What the company does is they take 10% of the profit that they make every day. And keep in mind, this is just one of the bonus pools. They have about 10 different ways that you can actually earn money. And so on what they do on the daily bonus pool, they take 10% of the money they make the previous day, it goes into a sales pool. So by you doing a certain amount of transactions or a certain amount of dollar sales, which isn't very much, if you're doing drop shipping, you're already doing that anyway.
Probably in a day you're doing it.
So the following month, every single day, you qualify for that daily sales bonus pool. So everybody that qualified splits that money that goes in there, and they have daily, they have weekly and monthly bonus pools. So there's different ways that we can help you scale up your business. Some people want to create a really great sustainable income. We can do that. And we have to give you a disclaimer, because not everybody makes money, okay? And the government wants us to state that, because not everybody's, and it's true, not everybody's going to put in the effort. There's going to, we're not here promoting some kind of pyramid's Ponzi scheme. This is a legitimate e-commerce opportunity. So if you work it, you're going to...
Well, and that's an important point too. If you think you're going to come in, there's a lot of programs that are being offered out there that say you don't have to do anything at all. We do everything. This is not the case. You have to do something, but it's explained to you in detail, step by step. But you do have to do some work.
Right. But that being said, we have people on our platform that you can come meet at our events that decided to scale up their business.
Right.
And they're not selling 200 to 300, 400 products a day, and they're making multiple six figures.
Wow.
And some of these people now are generating these pretty high incomes because they understood that there's different ways that you can promote your business. You have to start thinking like a real estate company. You have to start thinking like an insurance company. That model's a little bit different on how you scale it up. With drop shipping, there is a max that you will hit, but it's not bad. You make money. But if you want to make some larger paychecks, there's a way to do that. And by the time you get to that point, you already know all the basics. And that's what's important. We put people through a training. It's not about just throwing $500 or $1,000 into a program and think you're going to make back a lot of money really quick. You still have to understand the basics. And that's the problem with a lot of these programs that are being promoted, especially through the internet, is that there really isn't a lot of ongoing training. And a lot of times it's only done over the internet. They don't have live events, and a lot of times you see people promoting these programs, and that's not even their name. So I mean, because I research this all the time. I mean, I get hundreds of emails every day, and some of them look really interesting. I'll start researching them. I can't find them on Facebook or nowhere else, and you kind of have to wonder. I mean, with us, you can look me up on Facebook. I'm all over the place.
Right.
You can see all the events that we do.
Right.
So we're legitimate, business. This is how we earn our income, and we teach people how to do the same.
And the beautiful thing too is that we really are on a mission here. We meet people every day who are worried about the future and don't have the money to spend. They can't look after their families, and really we want to help those people. And so the beautiful thing in this is that you have 100% guarantee.
More than 100%, or is there more than 100%?
No, there is.
It's a 60-day money-back guarantee.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Absolutely. And so if it doesn't work out for you, if you feel it's just not for you, we're that confident that it is going to work for you, that you have 100% guarantee. If you don't do well within 60 days, or you're just not happy for any reason at all, we'll be happy to refund the money. Is there anything else that we need to talk about here? I think we got
That's pretty much it. I mean, it's pretty much zero risk. Try it out.
Exactly.
If we haven't shown you what we said we were going to show you with our course, we give you your money back. It's that simple.
So you make a start, and then you can also learn all the other ways that you can profit from this. So that's about it. So we look forward to seeing you on the other side. Thank you, Richard.
Great. Thanks a lot.
Good stuff.